Have you ever wandered through an appliance store, picked up a simple toaster, and found yourself staring at the price tag in disbelief? Maybe you've thought, why is this so expensive? It's just a toaster. You're not alone. Most of us have had that moment of sticker shock, wondering what could possibly make such a basic item cost so much. Sure, you might guess it's the cost of the metal, the labor, or maybe even the brand name, but there's something else lurking in that price, a hidden fee that most shoppers never see. It's quietly added in, making your everyday purchases more expensive without you even realizing it. Enter tariffs, a government-imposed tax on imported goods. These aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet, they're real costs that get passed down the line from manufacturers to retailers and finally to you, the consumer. Every time a product crosses a border, there's a good chance it's picking up a little extra baggage in the form of these taxes. Tariffs are often sold as a way to protect local jobs or industries, and on the surface, they might sound patriotic. But in reality, they act as a secret surcharge, one that you end up paying at the checkout counter, whether you realize it or not. It's like an invisible hand reaching into your wallet every time you make a purchase. Imagine this. You order a pizza for delivery, and just as you're about to enjoy your meal, a government official shows up at your door. Before you can take a bite, they demand an extra $5, simply because your pizza crossed a city line. It sounds absurd, but that's essentially what tariffs do, except it's not just pizza, it's almost everything you buy. From quirky garden gnomes to the bed sheets you sleep on, and countless other imported goods, tariffs sneak their way into the price tags. They don't discriminate. If it's imported, it's probably taxed, and that cost is quietly passed on to you. So the price tag's dirty little secret isn't just about supply and demand, or even the cost of making and shipping a product. It's about deliberate policies that add hidden costs, making your life a little more expensive with every purchase. These hidden fees can quietly strain your household budget. You might notice your grocery bill creeping up, or that your money doesn't stretch as far as it used to, but the reason isn't always obvious. It's not just inflation or rising costs, it's also these silent surcharges built into the system. Most people go about their shopping completely unaware of this invisible tax. They fill their carts, swipe their cards, and walk out the door, never realizing that a portion of what they just paid is the result of government policy, not just market forces. All they know is that their wallet feels lighter, and sometimes it's hard to pinpoint exactly why. The impact is subtle, but over time it adds up, leaving you with less money for the things you really want or need. But now you know the truth. Every time you shop, you're not just paying for the product, you're also paying for hidden policies and secret surcharges. So next time you see a high price tag, remember, you're paying for more than you bargained for. Tariffs are a tax, plain and simple. But unlike the taxes you see on your paycheck or at the register, tariffs are hidden, tucked away in the price of almost everything you buy. Most people don't even realize they're paying them, but make no mistake, you are. Here's how it works. When the government slaps a 25% tariff on imports, it's not the foreign companies or overseas manufacturers who pay up. It's American companies, the ones who bring in those goods, who get the bill. They're the ones writing the check to the government. And those companies? They're not just going to eat that cost. Instead, they pass it straight to you, the consumer. The price hike gets quietly added to your bill, and you're left wondering why everything seems more expensive than it used to be. Take sneakers, for example. Maybe last year your favorite pair cost $70. Now after tariffs, they're $78. That extra $8 doesn't go to the store or the brand, it goes straight to the government, collected through you. And it's not just shoes. Tariffs hit almost everything. Microwaves, car parts, computers, even the raw materials that go into building your home. If it's imported, chances are, you're paying more for it now. Supporters of tariffs claim they're a way to punish foreign countries, to level the playing field, and to protect American jobs. They say tariffs will bring back factories and boost local manufacturing, but in reality, it's American consumers who feel the pain first. Every trip to the grocery store, every time you fill up your gas tank, every online order, tariffs quietly inflate your costs, forcing you to make tough choices or cut back. And the promise of bringing back manufacturing jobs? That's mostly wishful thinking. Building new factories takes years, and companies often find it's cheaper to look elsewhere or automate rather than hire more American workers. Instead of investing in new American factories, most companies just find new suppliers in other countries or simply raise their prices. The end result is the same: you pay more, and the jobs don't come back. The result? A permanent, hidden surcharge on your daily life. It's like an invisible fee that follows you everywhere, making every purchase just a little bit more expensive. Tariffs don't really hurt foreign companies as much as you might think. They hurt you, the American consumer, every single time you buy something. Whether it's a new phone, a bag of groceries, or a pair of jeans. It's a tax you never voted for, but you pay it every day. And until things change, you'll keep paying more, often without even realizing why. Retail giants like Walmart and Amazon promise low prices, but tariffs force them into a no-win game. Option 1, absorb the cost. But with razor-thin margins, that's financial suicide. Option 2, raise prices. But then they lose their competitive edge, and you pay more. Option 3, cut costs elsewhere, usually by laying off workers or freezing hiring. No matter what, someone loses. Either you, the consumer, or the employees behind the scenes. Tariffs don't just raise prices, they ripple through the entire retail ecosystem, hurting jobs and communities. In the end, the low price promise is broken, and everyone pays the price. When a company like Walmart cuts jobs to offset tariff costs, it's not just a headline, it's a chain reaction. One layoff means one less person spending at local businesses. The gym, the restaurant, the car dealership, all feel the pinch. Those businesses cut staff too. The pain spreads, hitting workers far removed from international trade. The domino effect is real. Tariffs meant to protect jobs end up destroying them, from Main Street to the suburbs. As costs rise everywhere, companies freeze hiring and new graduates find fewer opportunities. The job market weakens, and the promise of economic security crumbles. All from a single policy decision. One push, and the dominoes fall. Tariffs don't just make imports pricier. There's a hidden cost that sneaks into nearly every corner of your daily life. When the government slaps tariffs on goods from other countries, it's not just foreign companies that pay the price. Those extra costs get passed down the line, and before you know it, you're the one footing the bill at the checkout counter. They fuel inflation, making everything more expensive. Suddenly, your weekly grocery run costs more, and you find yourself making tough choices about what to buy and what to leave behind. Even the basics, milk, bread, eggs, start to feel like luxury items. When steel and aluminum cost more, so do cars, appliances, and even new homes. The price hikes ripple through the economy, affecting everything from the family sedan to the fridge in your kitchen and the roof over your head. Prices rise and workers demand higher wages. People want to keep up with the cost of living, so they ask for raises just to maintain their standard of life. But companies, squeezed by tariffs, can't afford big raises. Many small businesses are already operating on thin margins, and the added costs force them to make tough decisions, cutting hours, freezing pay, or even laying off staff. Your paycheck buys less, even if you get a raise. The cost of living outpaces your income, and you start to feel the squeeze in every aspect of your life, from the grocery store to your monthly bills. The Federal Reserve fights inflation by raising interest rates, making mortgages and loans more expensive for everyone. Suddenly, borrowing money to buy a home, start a business, or pay for college becomes a lot harder. Businesses cancel investments, jobs disappear, and the dream of homeownership slips further away. Projects are put on hold, hiring freezes set in, and communities feel the impact as opportunities dry up. What started as a tax on imports becomes a monster that haunts your entire financial life. It's not just about paying a little more for imported goods, it's about a chain reaction that affects your job, your savings, and your future. The ripple effect of tariffs stretches from the shipping port to your kitchen table, touching every family, every business, and every community along the way. It's a reminder that in our interconnected world, one policy decision can set off waves that reach far beyond what anyone expected. For small businesses, tariffs are an existential threat. They can't absorb a 25% cost hike. They either raise prices or go under. Imagine running an online shop with slim margins. A tariff wipes out your profit, turning your dream into a loss. It's not just online sellers. Local bike shops, boutiques, and contractors all get squeezed. They pass costs to customers, lose business to bigger competitors, and risk closing their doors. These entrepreneurs are the canaries in the coal mine, their struggles warn of deeper economic trouble. Every small business lost is a dream extinguished and a community weakened. Tariffs, meant to protect, end up hollowing out the heart of the American economy. Tariffs don't just hurt today, they freeze tomorrow's opportunities. Big investments need predictability. If companies fear sudden cost spikes from tariffs, they put projects on hold. That means fewer factories, fewer jobs, and fewer new businesses in your town. The ripple effect is huge: lost construction jobs, fewer restaurants, less tax revenue for schools and roads. Even foreign companies think twice about investing in the US when trade policy is unpredictable. Tariffs act like a giant keep out sign, sending jobs and innovation elsewhere. So, who really pays for tariffs? Not foreign governments. American consumers and businesses do. The billions collected in tariff revenue come straight from your pocket, not from overseas. Studies show tariffs drag down the entire economy, costing more in lost growth than they bring in. They hit lower and middle-income families hardest, making everyday essentials more expensive. Tariffs are a regressive tax, deepening inequality while pretending to be tough on trade. The next time you see a higher price tag, remember, you're paying for a policy you never chose. The cost is real, it's everywhere, and it's coming out of your wallet.